Welcome to the Single Moms United podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. If you're a repeat listener, thank you. This podcast has been developed to motivate and encourage the single mom. It's not how you arrived at the title, but what you do with it. I'm here to offer tips, suggestions, and resources on topics that you can incorporate in your life to improve your parenting skills. I recognize this is not a one-size-fits-all, but can fit most. It's designed to get you thinking about your approach to single parenting, possibly giving you an aha moment. Today's episode, I want to talk about school's out, now what? For the past 9 months, there has been consistency related to knowing where your kids are each day, allowing you to adequately plan your day, and having a set schedule makes life so much easier, not only for you, but for your kids. This is important to have this type of stability in their lives. However, what happens when summer break occurs? Especially if you're working every day, who provides care while you work? How do you keep them entertained while out of school? What childcare resources are available during the summer months? Well, ladies, I'm glad you asked these great questions. If your child is over the age of 10, then the good news is they can probably stay home alone while you work. Keep in mind, you must develop strict rules on how they should conduct themselves in your absence. And not adhering to these rules will result in severe consequences. One thing to consider is implementing a chore chart. Teach them the correct way to clean the bathroom, the kitchen, their bedroom, and the real big one, doing laundry. Now, I taught my kids at an early age how to do their laundry. What this does is it's preparing them for the real world, teaching them responsibility. There is no reason why your house shouldn't be spotless when you get home. Yes, what a huge stress reliever after working all day. If you're feeling generous, you can give them a few dollars for helping around the house. Now, I recommend you pay them based on their age. So if little Susie is 10, then go ahead and give her $10, right? Something to look forward to when she turns 11, right? $1 up, getting that cost of living raised. It depends on your budget if you want to do that monthly or every other week or however you want to do that, but it's definitely something to strive for and to feel a sense of accomplishment by giving them a few dollars. And again, that's only if it fits in your budget. Now, the other thing to consider is volunteering during this time. Kids at this age, they have so much energy and they need to use it in a positive manner. Otherwise, using it negatively, we all know what happens in these types of situations. And unfortunately, it doesn't appear many kids play outside anymore. It's all about social media. This is the prime time to insert that energy into a place where there isn't much energy. For example, if you are affiliated with a local church, ask what type of volunteering is available. Churches are nonprofit and seek volunteers to help with different functions. And if nothing else, help cleaning the sanctuary. Having your preteen volunteer to do some cleaning, especially now with COVID, many churches are having to have the sanctuary wiped down after services every Sunday. This would be a great opportunity for your preteen. Help get rid of some of that energy they've got pent up. And the churches would appreciate it, right? Because then they wouldn't have to hire a company to come in and do that. You know, one thing with COVID has done is moved a majority of churches to use various social media outlets. Guess who knows this new technology more than anyone else? That's right, your kids. They know how to navigate this technology. I mean, they can do it in their sleep. Again, helping the media ministries will also set them up for future employment opportunities. Now, I know many of them have to prepare for Sunday. So this would be a great opportunity to volunteer to see how they can help the ministries develop the content for Sunday morning worship. Unfortunately, these are the times we live in. There also may be other volunteer options available, not only at churches, but in the community as well. I encourage you to ask. Do your research, ladies. This also a time for them to learn something new. Since you're working, how about teaching them how to cook? Encouraging them watch the Food Network. There are some great cooking shows they could learn from. Long story short, your child or children should be learning during this time off from school. If you can afford it, prior to them returning to school, take them to an amusement park in an effort to celebrate their summer accomplishments. Another thing to consider for older children 14 and up, getting a part-time job. Many restaurants and amusement parks hire this age range. Now think about the single mom. Wouldn't it be awesome, the little money they earn over the summer, they set some aside for school expenses? Woohoo! This should work to your advantage. Now you won't have to come out of your pocket for those school pictures, school supplies. I'm just saying in my out loud voice. Both of my kids started working at an early age at a fast food restaurant. The restaurant was in walking distance from our home. Hopefully that would be the case for you. But if not, in walking distance, maybe they can use other transportation options. Just never know. There's things out there to help meet the need. Once my son started working, there was a bank located behind the restaurant. When he received his first check, we opened an account. This also allowed him to easily cash his check every week and save money at the same time. Now, keep in mind, this exposed him to real life and the tax deductions that came with this paycheck, allowing him to understand the difference between gross and net pay. And let me tell you, it definitely was an eye-opening experience for him and my daughter as well. For children under 9, there isn't a lot to say. They should be able to be learning during the same time as well. Many of the things I mentioned earlier about the older kids related, meaning cleaning around the home. Yeah, I would say they can start that as well, but maybe on a smaller scale, smaller level. This could also be an opportunity to reinforce some of the subjects they struggled in during the school year. You could ask the teacher for tips and resources regarding that particular subject and how you can help increase their knowledge. As far as care for the younger kids, if you are working and on a budget, then you can ask a relative to watch them for you. If you can afford childcare, then you might want to research summer camps in your area. Also, for smaller children, an activity you can consider is buy a large flower pot and potting soil and some seeds. Allow them to plant and cultivate the seeds. This will be such a big accomplishment for them when they see the vegetables grow. Now, the good news is this is a win-win because there will be satisfaction of growing a vegetable and then getting to eat it. And tomatoes are a great vegetable to start the process. All right, ladies, I hope you found value in today's episode. If you did, please share with another single mom. It's not about race, religion, creed, or color, but being the best single mom that you know how to be. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the Single Moms United podcast. I hope you have a fantastic day and a great week.